Hi, good morning my dear students. In the previous videos, we have discussed about the alcohols, synthetic methods, physical properties, chemical properties, and then we discussed about the phenols, synthetic methods, physical properties and chemical properties. So, in this session, we are going to discuss about the last topic of this lesson, ethers. Ethers are the organic compounds having the general formula of the type CrOR dash. ROR dash. These are the what? Ethers. These ethers are also called as dialkyl derivatives of water. Dialkyl derivatives of water. That means see. So the molecular formula of water is H2O. We know this. See, this is H2O. So these two hydrogen atoms, this hydrogen atom and this hydrogen atom are replaced by what? R groups. Replaced by R groups. Plus or minus two hydrogen atoms. So therefore, dialkyl derivatives of water are called as what? Ethers. They are also what? Monoalkyl derivatives of alcohols. Monoalkyl derivatives of alcohols. See here. OH. This is alcohol. Yes. See here. The hydrogen atom of the alcohol, that is hydroxyl group, is replaced by R group. Therefore, minus H and plus R forms what? Ethers. Okay. Ethers are the organic compounds having the general formula of the type ROR dash. These are dialkyl derivatives of water or monoalkyl derivatives of alcohol having the general formula of the type CnH2n plus 2 oxygen atom. Plus 2 oxygen atom. This is the general formula of ethers. General formula of the ethers. Ethers can also be called as what? Anhydrous form of alcohols. Anhydrous form of alcohols. Ethers are also called as anhydrides. Ethers are also called as anhydrides of alcohols. See, anhydrate means they are obtained by the elimination of water molecule when alcohols reacts with each other. See here in presence of an dehydrating agent. See ROH plus ROH. This reaction we have discussed in the alcohol chapter, that is ethyl alcohol upon reacting with concentrated sulfuric acid at 140 degrees Celsius forms ethers. In the same here also, see there is an removal of what? Water. So it forms what? Minus water and ROR dash. ROR dash. These are called as what? Ethers. So why they are called as anhydrate means because they are obtained by the elimination of water molecule from the alcohols. Therefore, they are called as what? Anhydrates of alcohols. See, ethers are the organic compounds having the general formula of the type ROR dash. Yes, these are called as dialkyl derivatives of water. Di means two, that means in water the two hydrogen atoms are replaced by alkyl groups or RL, that is R groups. Okay, and then they are also called as monoalkyl derivatives of alcohol. Mono, see this is alcohol, the hydrogen atom of the hydroxyl group of the alcohol is replaced by R group. Therefore, one hydrogen atom is replaced by one R group. Therefore, it is called as monoalkyl derivatives of alcohol. Then they are also called as anhydrides of alcohols because they are obtained by the elimination of water molecules from alcohols. Therefore, they are called as what? Anhydrides. So, ethers having the general formula of the type CN H2N plus 2 oxygen atoms. If we replace these by 2 C2, N is equal to 2 means C2 H6O. If N is equal to 2, if we substitute in this CnH2n plus 2 O formula, we will get C2H6O. Yes, see here in this example, so CH3O CH3. Yes, this is ethers. The name, general name, let's discuss after this. The general name of this compound is, this is one methyl, this is another methyl, dimethyl ether. Okay, and then see another example. So C2H5O C2H5, it is when N is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. You can substitute even N is equal to 3 also. Let's see at the time. After some time, see C2H5 C2H5. This is diethyl ether. Diethyl ether. This is dimethyl ether. Okay, these are just examples. And then, so this is about what? And general introduction for what? Ethers. Okay. See, the next is classification of ethers into two types. That is, one is simple ethers, another one is mixed ethers. Simple ethers means, see the general formula of the ethers, we know that RO R dash. If this R group and this R dash is same, if R is equal to R dash, if R is equal to R dash, then those ethers are called as simple ethers. An example, see if R is equal to CH3 and R dash is equal to CH3. Let's substitute in the general form. See CH3O CH3. See R and R dash both are same. This type of ethers are called as simple ethers and they are also called as symmetrical. Symmetrical means, see, if you consider this oxygen atom is at the center, so on either side of the oxygen atom there is a presence of what? Same type of loops. Therefore, it is called as what? Symmetrical ethers. Okay, the name of this compound is, see, dimethyl ether. Dimethyl ether. Okay, common name it is. Let's discuss in the next few minutes. We are going to discuss about the IUPAC naming system. At that time, we will again, I am going to write this name again and let's discuss how it is named in IUPAC system. See here, mixed ethers. Mixed ethers means both R and R dash are different. R is not equal to what? R dash. That means what? See, if R is equal to CH3, R dash is equal to what? C2H5. C2H5. See, these type of ethers are called as what? Mixed ethers are unsymmetrical ethers. See an example here, CH3O C2H5. C2H5. See, on either side of the oxygen atom, one side it is ethyl group and one side it is methyl group. This type of ethers are called as what? Mixed ethers are unsymmetrical ethers. Unsymmetrical ethers. See here the common name is, see this is ethyl and this is methyl and ether functional group. Therefore, it is ethyl methyl ether. Ethyl methyl ether. Okay. See just one example. You can write plenty of this. So example 1. If you want another example means, see C2H5 O C3H7. See, one side it is propyl group and one side it is ethyl group. Both R and R dash are not same. Okay, this is ethyl propyl ether. Ethyl propyl ether. Ethyl propyl ether. Okay, so ethers are classified into what? Simple ethers and mixed ethers. Simple ethers means R and R dash are same. Either it may be an aliphatic group or it may be an aromatic group. That is, it may be alkyl group or aryl group. See, if it is both R and R dash are same, then it is called as what? Simple ethers, and example is dimethyl ether, diethyl ether, etc. Mixed ether means the R and R dash are not same, they are different. Example, ethyl methyl ether, ethyl propyl ether, ethyl butyl ether. We can give plenty of examples for this. Okay, and then still based on the R and nature of R and R dash, they are classified into what? Aliphatic ethers and aromatic ethers. Aliphatic ethers and what? Aromatic ethers. Aliphatic and what? Aromatic. See, aliphatic means the R and R dash are alkyl groups. R and R dash are what? Alkyl groups. Aromatic means that is aryl groups, that is phenyl groups. Okay, so aryl group. If R and R dash are aryl group, they are called as what? Aromatic ethers. If R and R dash are alkyl group, they are called as aliphatic ethers. This is about the classification of ethers. The next topic is naming of ethers. So we know that the organic compounds are named in common name and as well as in the IUPAC name. See, here I written the structure and let's write the common name and IUPAC name for each ether. See, this is CH3O CH3. See, this is methyl group, this is methyl group. We have two methyl groups in this ether. Therefore, the common name is dimethyl ether. The common name is dimethyl ether. IUPAC name of this compound is, see, all ethers are named in IUPAC system in the form of alkoxyalkene. Alkoxyalkene. ಹಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಈಥರ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು IUPAC ನೇಮಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸಿ ಆಲ್ಕೇನ್. ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸಿ, ಈ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ತೀವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಈಗ ಈ ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೇನು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಷಿಯೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಹಾರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸೇಮ್. ಆದರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಈ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಈ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನಪ್ಪ ಈಥೈಲ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಈ ಥರ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸಿನ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಆಕ್ಸಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯಾವ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಗೆ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನೋಡಿ, ರೂಲ್ಸ್ನ IUPAC ರೂಲ್ಸ್ನ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರೂಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1 ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಚೈನ್ ರೂಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸೊ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ನಾವು ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಮೀಥೈಲು ಈಥೈಲ್, ಯಾವ್ದು ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟು? Ethyl is the longest, yes. And then which is smallest? Methyl is the smallest. Therefore, the oxy group is added to the what? Methyl. It becomes what? Methoxy. It becomes what? Methoxy. Therefore, alkoxy is given to the smaller group and alkane is given to the what? Larger hydrocarbon. For this example, we don't have such complexity and we named it as methoxymethane. You name it as what? Methoxymethane. And then see the second example. Here, this is also ethyl, this is also ether. Common name is diethyl ether. Common name is diethyl ether. IUPAC name ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಈಥೈಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಇತ್ತು, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸಿನ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಏನು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಆಕ್ಸಿ ಸೇರಿಸ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೇಮು? ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಥಾಕ್ಸಿ ಈಥೇನ್. ಎಥಾಕ್ಸಿ ಈಥೇನ್. Ethoxy ethane. And see here, see third example. See here, one group is methyl, another group is ethyl, as I told earlier. So the common name is, see, methyl ethyl. Which one comes first in the alphabetical order? Ethyl, and followed by what? Methyl. Therefore, in common name, it is ethyl, methyl, ether. Ethyl, methyl, ether. What is the IUPAC name for this? See, methyl and ethyl. Which one becomes oxy here? See, methoxy. See, methoxy, because it is smaller group. For the smaller group, we are going to add what? Oxy. Therefore, methoxy. Larger group is ethyl. Therefore, it is a derivative of what? Hydrocarbon. Therefore, methoxy ethane. Methoxy ethane. Okay. Then see this fourth example. See, one side is ethyl, another side is propyl. So, if you want to write still in an elaborated form, CH2, CH2 and CH3. See, 1, 2, 3 propyl here, ethyl. See, what is the common name? Ethyl, propyl. Ethyl, propyl, ether. Ethyl, propyl, ether. The IUPAC name is what? See, propyl is larger hydrocarbon part and ethyl is smaller hydrocarbon part. We are adding what? Oxy to this smaller hydrocarbon part, means what? It becomes ethoxy. Ethoxy propane. Ethoxy propane. Ethoxy propane. And the last example here, see here, one is methyl group, another one is what? Phenyl group. The common name for this compound is, see, methyl phenyl. Which one you have to write first? Methyl, phenyl, methyl phenyl ether. The IUPAC name for this compound is EC. The phenyl is larger hydrocarbon part and methyl is smaller hydrocarbon part. Therefore, we are adding what? Oxy to methyl group. That becomes what? Methoxy. Methoxy benzene. Methoxy benzene. And another common name for this compound is anisole. Remember, this is very important. Anisole. Write the IUPAC name for anisole. The IUPAC name for anisole is methoxybenzene. See, 1 marks question, they may ask for write the IUPAC name for the compounds. So, in that, ethers are named as an substituted alkanes. That is, alkoxyalkanes. Here, the smaller alkyl group becomes what? Alkoxy, and the larger group becomes what? Alkane. Okay, alkoxyalkane. This is very important for 1 marks. And see another example here. See, this is a write the IUPAC name for this compound, means what is the IUPAC name? Here we have to write the position also. See, this group is smaller group when compared to this group. Yes, see here 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. From this side, the second position, for the second position, the methoxy group is attached. If we count from this side, this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes, but remember the IUPAC rules, we should follow what? Lowest number rule. That is, the groups should give the what? Least number. Yes, see here, among 2 and 3, which one is least? 2 is the least. Yes, therefore, the IUPAC name for this is methoxy 2 what? This is what? Butane. 2-methoxybutane. That means in the second position of the carbon atom, there will be an attachment of what? Methoxy group. Therefore, the IUPAC name becomes what? Methoxybutane. 2-methoxybutane. Okay. See, after the discussion of the introduction to ethers and classification and the naming system of ethers, naming of ethers. Let's discuss the methods of preparation of ethers. See, methods of preparation of ethers. In this session we are going to discuss what methods of preparation of ethers, but we already discussed in the first chapter, that is in the alloalkenes and alloharines. So alkyl halide upon reacting with sodium alkoxide forms what? Ethers. This reaction is called as what? Williamson's ether synthesis. Yes, are you remembered? Yes, see the same reaction here also, just it is a repetition or revision. See, Williamson's reaction. See, remember, recall the things, the general reaction. In the general reaction, what? Alkyl halide RX upon reacting with what? Sodium alkoxides, NaOR. Sodium alkoxide forms what? See, Na plus and RO minus, and this is XR plus and X minus. This OR minus attacks this electrophilic carbon of the alkyl halide and X leaves out. So what it forms? RO. Here just to distinguish I am writing what? R dash here. See, RO R dash plus what? NaX. Yes. What is this? This is ethers. Yes, this is alkyl halide upon reacting with what? Sodium alkoxide gives what? Ethers. Yes. See, this is general reaction. So ಈ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ಲಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೋರಿ ಹೇಳೋ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಿಮಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಲಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಹುಡುಗ ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ತುಂಬ ಹೃದಯವಂತ, ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ, ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಹುಡುಗ. ಆದರೆ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ನ ಮದುವೆ ಏಜಿಗೆ ಬಂದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಸೊ ಅಂಥ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನೇನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ, ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನನಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸೈಕಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ರ. ಸೈಕಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರದನ್ನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡೋಣ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಸಜೆಷನ್, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಆ ಸಜೆಷನ್ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ನೋಡಿ, ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನೀವು ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ ನೀವು ಫಿಲಮ್ಗಳಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಗೆ, ಆಯಿತಾ, ಐಸ್ ಕ್ಯೂಬ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ವಪ್ಪ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ ನೀವು, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಗೆ ಐಸ್ ಬದಲಿಗೆ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಐಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಏನು ಹಾಕಿ, ನೀವು ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಹಾಕಿ, ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಹಾಕಿ, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಆ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಏನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತಪ್ಪ? ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಸೊ ಆ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ನ ಆಯಿತಾ, ಅಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಹುಡುಗ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ, ತುಂಬ ಹೃದಯವಂತ, ಶ್ರೀಮಂತ, ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಏನೇನೋ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಹುಡುಗ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಮದುವೆ ಆಗದಿರೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾನೆ, ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಈ ಮೆಟ್ ಎ ಸೈಕಿಯಾಟ್ರಿಸ್ಟ್, ಅವನು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವ್ರೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯು ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್, ಒಂದು 60 ml 90 ml ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಆಯಿತಾ. ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಲಗಿ, ಈ ಥರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆನೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾಳೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ಟೈಮ್ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಒಂದು ಅಡ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಈ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಗೆ ಐಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೆಟಲ್. ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ನಾವು ಸ್ಪ್ರೈಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಈ ಬೂಂದಿ ಖಾರನೋ ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನಾದರೂ ಖಾರದ ಐಟಮ್ ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಎಫರೆಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ನಮಗೆ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ಗೆ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಹಾಕಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ವಾಟ್? ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಈ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ನಮಗೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಈಥರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ? ಈಥರ್. ಎಸ್, ಆ ಈಥರ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡು ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ, ತೇಲಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಜನ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಆಲೆಕ್ಸು ಈ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಜೊತೆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಈಥರ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ತೇಲುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಹೈಲಿ ವೊಲಟೈಲ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಸೊ ಅಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್ ಅಂತ. ಏನಂತ ಅರ್ಥ? ಆಲ್ಕೈಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಲೈಡ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಆಲ್ಕಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಈಥರ್ಸ್. Ethers are the compounds which are highly volatile in nature. Okay, this is just an general reaction. Let's have an example. Just you replace R by ethyl. If you want to hear both R dash should be also the same of R, the type of R means replace R and R dash both by ethyl group, and X by halogen. See C2H5Br. This is our compound what we have studied in the first chapter, that is ethyl bromide, or the IUPAC name is bromoethane. Ethyl bromide upon reacting with, see, remember, and the reaction of ethyl alcohol upon reacting with sodium metal, what it forms? It forms sodium alkoxide with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Yes, the same sodium alkoxide, that is sodium ethoxide here. Sodium ethoxide, NaOC2H5. Sodium ethoxide. Sodium ethoxide. Yes, sodium ethoxide. Upon reacting with each other, see, for the convenient purpose, I am writing this as what? CH3CH2Br. Ethyl bromide only. See here, this is Na plus and OC2H5. Here, see, remember the properties of ethyl bromide. Ethyl bromide or alkyl halide undergoes which type of reaction? That is nucleophilic substitution reaction. That means because of the attachment of the bromine atom to this carbon atom, we know that bromine is electronegative in nature. Therefore, the bonded pair of electrons present between this carbon atom and the bromine atom is present more towards the bromine atom. So it becomes what? Br, partial negative charge. And the carbon atom gets what? Partial positive charge. Therefore, this carbon is what type of nature it is having? See, that is electrophilic in nature. Yes, electrophilic in nature. Here, see, this is sodium ethoxide. Here, the OC2H5 minus is what? It is nucleophile. So, see, the OC2H5, that is ethoxide ion, attacks this electrophilic carbon, and bromine leaves out as a bromide which combines with this sodium ion to form NaBr. To form what? NaBr, and our product is C. Just I am writing CH3CH2, that is C2H5 and O and C2H5. This is diethyl ether. Diethyl ether. See, this reaction takes place via which mechanism? Means we have studied, that is SN2 mechanism, that is nucleophilic substitution mechanism. This reaction takes place via which mechanism? Nucleophilic substitution bimolecular second order reaction. Okay, so that means, see here, the rate of reaction depends both on the concentration of ethyl bromide and concentration of sodium ethoxide. Yes, and recall the things. The order of reactivity of various alkyl halides towards SN2 mechanism is primary is greater than, secondary is greater than tertiary. Yes. Yes, here also the order of reactivity of Williamson's reaction among the alkyl halides follows as what? Primary is greater than, secondary is greater than tertiary. That is, primary ethyl halides gives ethers, but the major limitation of this reaction is if we use secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, instead of substitution, there is an elimination. Instead of substitution, there is a what? Elimination. In case of what? Secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, no substitution, but what happens means it results in elimination reaction. Reacts in what? Elimination reaction. Why in case of secondary and tertiary alkyl halides elimination takes place means the alkoxides, that is sodium alkoxides or alkoxide ion are strong bases. Alkoxide ion are what? Strong bases which helps or which abstracts the proton, and results in elimination. Therefore, the good substrate to synthesize ethers in a good yield means we have to use what? Primary halides. We have to use what? Primary alkyl halides. Okay, remember these things, and let's see an example what happens if we use secondary and tertiary alkyl halides. See, Williamson's reaction takes place via which mechanism? SN2 mechanism, that is nucleophilic substitution second order bimolecular reaction mechanism. Yes, and the order of reactivity of various alkyl halides towards this mechanism is primary is greater than, secondary is greater than tertiary alkyl halides. Yes, to get it the good yield and to go through or to proceed the reaction only by substitution, we have to choose the primary alkyl halides. If secondary and tertiary alkyl halides are used, instead of substitution, there is an elimination reaction. We know that elimination of halides, that is alkyl halides, that is secondary and tertiary alkyl halides, gives alkenes. Okay, let's see that example also. See, if tertiary butyl bromide is used, CBr, tertiary means all are, just I am writing for my convenient, I am just writing CH2H, that is CH3 only, this side CH3, this side CH3. See, if I use the sodium alkoxide NaOC2H5, we have discussed alkoxide ion are stronger base than hydroxides. Yes, see, alkoxide ion, this is alpha carbon atom, this is beta carbon atom. So many beta carbon atoms are there, 1, 2, 3 are there. So the hydrogen attached to the beta carbon atom is called as what? Beta hydrogen. So what the alkoxide ion will do means, this alkoxide ion, that is ethoxide, abstracts this proton only, and the bond present between this carbon and hydrogen moves here and the bromide will leaves out. So to form, see, if the ethoxide ion picks up this proton means, so it forms what? C2H5O minus ethoxide ion. If it picks up this proton means it forms what? H, that is ethanol, plus Na plus Br minus, that is NaBr. Then see, write the remaining things carefully. CH3, yes, then see, if this bond is present between this carbon atom and alpha and beta means, see what it becomes, single bond becomes what? Double bond, CH2 and then CH3. Yes, what is the name we have discussed? This is what? 1, 2, 3, either IUPAC name or common name. 1, 2, 3, sorry, from this side 1, 2, 3, any side, because methyl group is attached at the second position, second carbon atom. Therefore 2-methyl pro 1-ene, that is isobutene is the common name. Yes. See, this is tertiary halide. Yes, if you use tertiary alkyl halide instead of substitution, it undergoes elimination. It undergoes what? Elimination to form alkene, that is isobutene. Okay, so the better substrate, so many times they have asked in the competitive exam, the better substrate, the better alkyl halide for the synthesis of ethers in Williamson's reaction is primary alkyl halide, secondary alkyl halide, tertiary alkyl halide, none of these. The answer is what? Primary alkyl halides are the better substrates. Okay, and then in Williamson's reaction, the reaction proceeds through options via SN1 mechanism, via SN2 mechanism, via SN high mechanism, or both A and B. Cut ಮಾಡ್ಕಂತೀವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ. See, in competitive exams they may ask the questions like that based on this Williamson's reaction. Williamson's reaction proceeds through options A, SN1 mechanism, option B, SN2 mechanism, option C, SN high mechanism, that is nucleophilic substitution internal mechanism. Another mechanism is there, but it is not in our context. Let's see. And option D, both A and B. The right answer is what? Via SN2 mechanism. And the same way, okay, the better substrates for the synthesis of ethers is option A, primary alkyl halides, option B, secondary alkyl halides, option C, tertiary alkyl halides, D, none of these. Answer is what? Primary alkyl halides. Okay, they may ask in a different ways, but understand the reaction carefully and practice the reactions. It is from the board exam point of view also, it is very important. They may ask directly or indirectly, explain Williamson's reaction, or how would you convert ethyl bromide into diethyl ether. Write the reaction or name the reaction. Okay, important it is. Remember.